This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with breaking news happening right now. People in Mapleton are being urged to shelter in place after reports of shots fired. The Cass County Sheriff's Office says it's happening near 5th Street and 5th Avenue North. People are being told to lock their doors and find an interior room and stay away from windows and exterior doors. We'll continue to follow this breaking situation throughout the day. Check for updates on that VNL News app. And we have a tragic breaking news update. One of the men involved in a fiery truck crash along the interstate. You see the flames coming from that vehicle right there. He has died following that crash. 71-year-old Reed Satram of Detroit Lakes died this morning. Satram was flown to a Twin Cities hospital for serious burns before he passed. He was driving that pickup along I-94 in the metro when authorities say he crashed into the back of a semi last Friday. The passenger, 53-year-old Everett Northrup, remains in the hospital with serious injuries. New at noon, a toddler is recovering after he was found face down in a lake near Pelican Rapids. The Ottertail County Sheriff's Department says it happened yesterday on Sand Lake. The report says a family was vacationing at the lake when people noticed a 2-year-old boy missing. Authorities say the family then searched for that child, finding him face down in the water. The sheriff's office says a family member was a firefighter and then started CPR on that child. Eventually, that child started to breathe again. The toddler was then taken to the hospital. He is now in stable condition. Also new at noon, one man is under arrest after police say he stole a squad car, prompting a chase. Authorities say it happened yesterday just before 1 in the morning at the Bagley Police Department. An officer says he was going out to his squad car when he noticed it driving down the road. Police say the suspect broke the car's window and then got away. Clearwater County deputies chased that vehicle into Monoman County, where deputies used spike strips and eventually a pit maneuver to stop the squad car. 27-year-old Shane Teagland was then arrested on multiple pending charges. Let's get that live check of our weather right now. Here is our South Fargo sky cam at Luther Family Ford. You see it's kind of graying up a little bit out there, it seems anyway. We get a check of your forecast now with Summer Schnellbach. Good afternoon, Summer.
Good afternoon to you as well, Jordan, and thank you all for joining us on this Monday. It's been a fairly quiet start to our day. Here's a time lapse from our Coronado Skycam. Traffic moving along just fine, but the clouds have started to increase a bit from the north to the south as we're heading into our afternoon. We started on the cool side for many areas, falling into the 50s, 52 that morning low in Valley City, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Thief River Falls. 50 was the coolest temperature up in Langdon. Meanwhile, 55 in Cavalier, 54 in Roseau. Temperatures now have been warming up. We're in the 60s and 70s for most across the valley. Satellite and radar showing a few passing showers from the Devil's Lake Basin down into parts of southeastern North Dakota. Not all of it is making it to the ground. The showers that do reach the ground, they're going to be fairly light and not impactful, but we are seeing some increasing cloud cover along with that as well. Jordan, the heat is on. Not necessarily for today. We're going to be seasonally cool, but by tomorrow, be prepared to beat the heat. All details coming up in a little bit.
All right, we'll check in again. Summer, thank you. We have new information on a report of shots fired in North Fargo that prompted police to swarm the area. Authorities are now saying that call was a prank, and one person is under arrest for the fake call. Fargo police responded to a report of shots fired around 5 this morning. The caller was brief and hung up with police immediately. When police arrived on scene at the 1100 block of 16th Street North, they could not find any person who was shot, a witness, or any evidence of a crime. Later, police learned that it was a fake call. They arrested 25-year-old Kwame Twum for providing a false report and harassment. He also has several outstanding warrants. The man convicted of murdering 4 people in North Dakota is now dead after taking his own life in prison. Authorities say they were called yesterday to the state prison in Bismarck for reports of an inmate who was self-harming. The inmate was identified as 48-year-old Chad Isaac. Isaac was then rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead. Isaac was convicted last year for killing 4 people in a workplace violence attack in Mandan. He was later found guilty on all charges during a trial. Authorities say they are now investigating how Isaac was able to take his own life. Flooding in Kentucky has caused heartbreak and catastrophic damage. At least 30 people have died and dozens are unaccounted for. Jim Stratman brings us to Breathitt County, Kentucky.
The road to recovery is a daunting one in Appalachia.
Within 10 to 12 minutes, I heard a noise and I raised the window and I seen the water and I knew I had to get out of there.
Rain-triggered flash flooding wiped out homes and infrastructure, leaving residents shattered.
I had my whole life saved and saved him.
Man.
I ain't got nothing.
Governor Andy Beshear expects the number of deaths to rise in the coming days after nearly a foot of rain fell on parts of eastern Kentucky. Emergency crews have rescued thousands of people in just a matter of days, but those efforts could last weeks as first responders struggle to access damaged areas.
If things weren't hard enough on the people of this region, they're getting rain right now. There is severe storm potential today in all of the impacted areas. That is just not right.
For those who lost everything, the rebuilding process is only just beginning.
I don't know where to start, what to do, where to go. Just a lot for, I guess, people around here to take in. It's worse than anything that we've ever seen.
And it's not the first catastrophic event the state has seen in the last year. An unusual December tornado killed 80 people.
Mountain people are strong, and like I said, it's not going to be tomorrow, probably not next month, but I think everybody's going to be okay. It's just going to be a long process.
FEMA is on the ground here in several southeastern Kentucky counties trying to help out where they can. Jim Stratman, CBS News, Breathitt County, Kentucky.
The governor says hundreds are still unaccounted for and the shelters are now housing at least 300 people. Switching gears, troopers in Lakes Country are on heightened patrol this week as the area's biggest country music festival is about to get underway. The State Patrol is reminding people who are going to WeFest about parking restrictions along Highway 59. In Detroit Lakes, vehicles parked along that highway must be parked on the shoulder. They say parking is at your own risk, though, and you must stay in your vehicle. You're not allowed to set up things like camps, chairs, or grills along the side of the road. The area will be patrolled by the Minnesota State Patrol and WeFest security. Coming up here at noon, farming up worms. The unusual crop one Minnesota farmer is harvesting. But next, a fairly nice Monday ahead. We might have to watch out for some showers, though. You kind of see the gray skies already right there. Summer Schnellbach is tracking it all.